So what kind of line did you find?
This kind of line.
Ah, I don't know where we would have picked that up.
Who knows?
Yeah, but I'm glad you caught it.
Yeah. We had gotten a replacement chart plotter in Bermuda, but one of the things I didn't realize that we should have done beforehand is make sure that this software was up to date. That way it makes it compatible with all the other systems, because that one, current version is 37.01. The autopilot's a current version 37. When I fired this one up, it was 35.1. And then so when you try to do the updates, this one is like, well, why are you trying to give me an update? Because I'm already current. But I wasn't recognizing that this one needed the update. So talked to Garmin, and basically what I had to do here on the back side was disconnect everything other than the power, and then put the SD card in, which goes right about there. And now it seems to be doing the update. So hopefully that'll solve this issue. Saints has a couple of decent diving spots, so it gave us an opportunity to dust off our dive gear, which we hadn't used in a while, and we surely were not disappointed. We've had the opportunity to go a couple times, and we definitely will do it again when we go back. We decided to hike up to this old watchtower that had been abandoned on top of the hill. It was a pretty decent hike, not too long, but it was about 1,000 feet of elevation change, so it was very steep. On the back side of the hill, there was a little goat trail, if you will, that went down to a little beach, but we opted not to do that because it was getting hot, and we decided to come back home to the boat. It's an old abandoned watchtower that sits up on the hill. Unfortunately, I don't think you can get up there, but it sits a good 900 feet up, because it's definitely been quite the hike up to get there. But yeah, this is cool. And it has definitely a very commanding view of the surrounding area, especially towards Guadeloupe. And I wouldn't be surprised if, they had like whether flag signals, smoke signals that they would use to communicate back to the main island and whatnot. But very cool. As any good cruiser would do, you gotta have a beach barbecue. And along with SB Rhythm, Talise, and Sirtaki, we all had a nice little barbecue. And there was a special treat is that Jeff found a guy who's selling lobster, and it was just absolutely delicious. What you cooking there, Chris?
I think it's vegetables.
All right. Yeah, we got some zucchini in there, onions, garlic.
Zucchini's done.
All right. We are leaving Capri, which is part of Les Saints. And then we're gonna go maybe like 12 miles that way, back to Basse-Terre. Should be a short, quick little sail. And part of the reason we wanna go there is that it sets us up to hike Le Soufri, however you say it. The volcano that's there, and apparently it's still an active volcano. Should be a good hike, so we gotta get going first thing in the morning. And then after that, we have no clue.
Très bon.
Yeah, we'll stick around Guadeloupe for a while. Yeah, it's beautiful here, especially the diving.
Well, that was a short sail. We were making great speed, doing 9s and 10s most of the way until the island shielded us this last stretch. And here we are in Basse-Terre. I think we'll just stay here long enough to do the hike, but it seems like a nice little place.
So just for shits and giggles, I put the mask on to see how the anchor's laying. Followed it most of the way out, looks good. And then on the way back, I noticed we have line wrapped around the prop. Looks like it's gonna come off pretty easy, but I'll be right back.
You want me to get the Insta?
Ah.
So what kind of line did you find?
This kind of line.
Ah,
Yeah.
I don't know where we would have picked that up.
Who knows?
Yeah, but I'm glad you caught it.
Yeah. And fortunately, it was like not wrapped. It was, there's the shaft, and then the blades come out. It was wrapped more back here.
On the shaft?
On the shaft itself, behind where the blades fold. So it wasn't really like, you know, wrapping itself tighter or anything.
Yeah. I bet
So-
that shaft liked to be wrapped like that.
Every shaft likes to be wrapped like that.
You plan and you look for the dinghy dock, and then you're going around and it's not where you think it is, and you're just trying to figure it out. And kind of this is the story of our day when we come into new places. Instead you find a hooker. And we found it, we think, we hope.
We wanted to walk to the lighthouse yesterday, but we got out there and it was just full-blown sun, hot. Dog was pooping out, Ann was pooping out, I was ready to go. But so we decided to kind of change course, and then there's this cute little fort that has actually a lot of history here in Basse-Terre. So we ended up walking over there, and it was great because the lady there helped us tremendously. Of course, one of the first things we saw was a sign that said no dogs, but she was super gracious, let us bring Shotzi into the fort. So it's really cool just walking around there to see some of the local history. The best part though was for us to get to the fort, we kind of went this long roundabout way, walking on the highway, and we could see the trail or the pathway that we should have taken. But at the end, the lady that let us in with Shotzi, who works there, she walked us, which I think was like the original road that took you up into the fort from whatever, 200-300 years ago. So that really saved us a lot of time. It was really super nice of her to take her time to walk us out.
Where are we walking to?
I don't know, some lighthouse.
We actually set our alarms for 6 a.m. so we could beat the heat because we died yesterday in the heat. And there's no getting a break from the heat with this walk, but we're walking to the end of the land where there's a lighthouse. We're at a boulangerie in Guadeloupe, and one thing I'm really admiring about this is their utensils. They're just this wood, their containers, and even what you would see in styrofoam in the US is very environmentally friendly. And of course, look at the desserts. Dennis had a brownie-like thing, and I don't know what this is called, but magnifique. We are leaving Basse-Terre, Guadeloupe, and we're just gonna head a little over 12 miles north to Pigeon, which is the Jacques Cousteau dive site that's supposed to be like an aquarium and amazing. Lots of diving there, so we're excited. Like to lower our lazy jack lines because we're lazy. We like to make it a contest to see if we can get our main up without touching the lines. So here we go. Woohoo! Oh yeah.
Right.
That's a cool idea.
We